You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I'm going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Well, hello, brilliant soul. It has been a number of weeks since we turned towards the wisdom of our tarot series, and I felt the call to dive right back in. In episode 67, we left off by setting the stage for our next 7 cards of the major arcana. We are in transition from the validation of the external world towards the mastery of your inner landscape. The hero's journey is this profound exploration of the human experience, of transformation, and of the quest for meaning and purpose. Over the last 7 cards, our fool explored the external ordinary world, participating in the demands of day-to-day life, while also harnessing skills of being able to build a life through action, reception, and ingenuity. Our fool is now invited to heed the call to action and face the lineage of inner limitations, obstacles, and quests that have been secretly contributing to their life's external circumstances. This adventure is a mirror for you to also traverse the boundaries of what is known and seen towards the realm of where your true power lies, which is inside of. I invite you to picture a scene with me. A serene landscape with a gentle golden backlight illuminating your mind. A figure coming into view. It appears to be a woman. She is calm and composed as she is gently caressing the head of a mighty lion between her hands. There is no struggle, no force between the pair, just a harmonious connection linking the woman and the beast. A meeting. A divine union. This imagery expresses the depiction of our next card in the major arcana, card number 8, known as Strength. I don't know about you, but if I came face to face with a wild lion, my first instinct probably wouldn't be to lovingly gaze at it and hold its head in my hands. I would likely feel intimidated by it, wondering if in its wildness it would choose to pounce on me and to tear me apart like a warthog carcass. Sorry, Pumbaa. An interaction that feels particularly risky, and yet this image of the Strength card as depicted in the Rider-Waite iconography is emblematic of a deep trust that has formed between this woman and wild animal. So, what can we ascertain from this imagery? What kind of inspiration can we draw from this woman's chosen actions, her bravery to face the wild animal? What inner knowing lies here for us to discover? The lion is said to be symbolic of strength, which is the name of the card, but the lion can also be described as one's own beastly nature, signifying the inner emotional landscape of both fear and desire. The outward facing mask of the character that you play in your life and the role that you take on often feels directly threatened by the emotional storm that can erupt within you at any moment, your beastly nature. Yet, even when you try to deny the presence of your innate instinct and your animalistic wildness, it remains to be constantly lurking under the surface. When left unconsidered, unacknowledged, and untamed, these hidden parts of you can bubble up in a fit of reactivity that can lead you to say and do things that you do not mean and that somehow feel compulsive and uncontrollable. No matter how hard you try to suppress your inner self, the shame, the worry, the doubt, the secret desires that you're ignoring, the force of this nature has a persistent tendency of making itself known, and for good reason. One of the greatest tasks and purposes of life is to meet yourself in the truth of who you are and to learn to embrace and deeply accept the unique inner and outer topography of you. The wisdom of the Strength card lies in the invitation to come into a harmonious and trusting relationship with your inner self, with this side of you that has the potential to act wildly, much like the pouncing lion, but doesn't have to act wildly and can instead be the power that you wield. This power can harm or help. It can act as treacherous beast or as brave lion, and thus it becomes your responsibility as the steward and magician of your own life to become one with your nature. When we feel afraid of our nature, we are distrusting our inner strength, and we are instead allowing this part of ourselves to run wild and potentially run amok. The guidance here lies in the importance of cultivating the strength and bravery to develop the trust with yourself, to master your nature, and to nurture your connection with it. In her book, 78 Degrees of Wisdom, Rachel Pollack describes the lion profoundly. She says, "The lion signifies all the feelings, fears, desires, and confusions suppressed by the ego in its attempt to control life." The charioteer in our last card drew upon his inner feelings as a source of energy, but was always careful to direct that energy where he consciously decided it should go. Strength allows the inner passions to emerge and is the first step in going beyond the ego. Where the charioteer was beginning the process of harnessing his desire and steering them towards an intended direction, the Strength card is allowing us to take some noble and deeper steps into the layer of our own emotional embodiment. We can assume we know things on a mental level, and yet it is the experience of living your life and facing yourself honestly and transparently that produces true emotional mastery. Through strength, you find the courage to face your fears, the resilience to overcome your challenges, and the compassion to treat yourself and others with kindness. When this card appears in a reading, it often signifies a time to call upon your inner reserves of strength. It's a call to navigate difficult situations with grace, to approach conflicts with a calm heart, and to trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Our Fool is equipping themselves with this ability to deviate from approaching life rationally or externally, and they are giving themselves the capacity and resources to dive straight into the lion's den. We are skipping on our merry way towards the treasure that awaits us on the other side. Are you feeling inspired to come with? Until next time.